By the time Tinubu and his gang are done, una go know where una body remain. You see, when I was kind of like reading through this their fake budgets, what to do them mommy? Along. I don't know why. Would the best feel cold? Started feeling cold. I don't know if it's because I was angry or maybe I was hungry. Arami was said to. Because it is more or less like these guys are living in their own world. And me and you get problem. Like everything is fine. Last year, they claimed to be buying vehicles, operational vehicles, a chemical vehicle, SUV, operational vehicle, but they are in billions and billions. They didn't say how many vehicles. It just said operational. It's just SUV, operational SUV. They didn't say, okay, we bought 15 cars, we bought 30 cars for 2 billion. No. But these guys who are buying one vehicle for 1 billion, they are buying one car. Sometimes 2-3 cars for 2 billion naira. Billion. Then you would expect that must be brand new cars. Brand new. That should last for like another maybe 4 years. And I say you don't see anybody when they buy car every year. Any normal person when they buy brand new car every year to normal to surely. Because why would you need new car every year? What happened to the one you had last year? How can you buy 1 billion naira is a lot of money. But 1 billion naira is a lot of money. As useless as Nigerian naira is, 1 billion is a lot of money. 2 billion, 3 billion, 20 billion. The nisuru to your long. The beru long. Takula. Beru long. Because that's how I was kind of like feeling. It's just money to them. It's just like, day in a poverty, they worry you. See how they get when you're Shanlori, see how much they come out of your head because you hear 1 billion. It's just nothing. Because I can imagine what a genuine 1 billion naira can do in a society or in a country like that contraption when you see people who are dying because of 1,000 naira, 2,000 naira medical kilorukwe, paracetamol. But they don't care. In 2025, they need to buy another set of vehicles again. Abba. You hear all this billion they are calling. It is so confusing sometimes. Even for these criminal senators. Sometimes when they look at the figure, 24 million, 24 billion, 240 billion, 20 billion. Senator, you know if you count, you know if you read again, because what you do everybody. Office of the Chief of Staff, somebody who is just like a supposed secretary to the president. Oh, you need to listen to be this small. Please watch this. There is more.
Pointed the arrow to something. My question is now, is it a deliberate attempt to underfund the office of the vice president or is by coincidence? That's my question.
That's a fact. That what the person that prepared the table captured was performance over releases, and I did circulate an extra document while I was presenting which clearly stated the performance over the budget. So which states it exactly as it is. And I apologize for that mistake in the document that was earlier submitted. So that's on the one hand. And then secondly, the issue of type of vehicles, SUV, operational vehicles, again, nobody is trying to deceive anybody. That is exactly how it was captured in the 2024 budget. And when we're showing the performance, we must capture it the way they wrote it. Unfortunately, as Senator Ningi observed, we apologize for that. The document is not well paged, so I could have shown you there. But if you go towards the back, the 2024, a copy of 2024 appropriation is included here, and it is captured exactly like that. Operational vehicles, SUV, and all of that. So we have to respond according to how it was captured in the budget. Now, again, I don't know how the budget was finalized in 2024, but you will see that the item, I stated that there are 7 cost centers. But when they prepared it last year, or in 2023, and it was passed, the item 20 billion captured in the office of the Chief of Staff is erroneous, okay, for anybody who doesn't dig deeper, and that is what is causing this misconception. Because when I go into the details, which is also, here, you will see that many of the items that have been implemented in that high percentage performance, an example is renovation of Vice President quarters in Lagos, 5 billion. It's captured as part of that 20 billion in the office of the Chief of Staff. Yes. Sorry, sir. Sir? Sorry, sir. Maybe. Yes. That's why I apologize for. I'm really sorry for that. But it's yes. Yes, sir. Chief of Staff, yes, sir. And the breakdown is there. So they are not, the budget is not for the Chief of Staff, but unfortunately that's how it was captured as that cost center. And, it includes rehabilitation of the liaison of the Dam Barracks in Lagos. It's part of the items in there, which has been fully utilized, and the Vice President Staff quarters, as I stated earlier, and other items. So there is no deliberate attempt to underfund any of the cost centers. And when we talk about the operational vehicles and all of that, they are not meant for. So what I think should have happened is the State House headquarters is where all of those should have been, because the headquarters, which is actually the administrative part of the State House, takes care of all the offices. But for whatever reason, that lump sum was captured under the Chief of Staff. And I dare say that in my meeting with him, a couple of days ago, telling him I'm coming to, he said, please, I don't want this headache again. Make sure you correct that. Because he did point to me that even last year when the budget was, published, he had a lot of headache having to be justifying why is there 20 billion under office of the Chief of Staff, which is erroneous. So it's an opportunity for us to also say that, so that he doesn't want the same mistake again. And hopefully, we won't have this kind of misconception to think it is this way or that. And then there were, on the issue of bottom-up releases, the State House is not exempt. It's part of the issues we are also contending with. Because once you are all part of the GIFMI system, for now everybody is stuck with that system. We have complained, and other ministries have complained. It's still being looked at. We hope it to be reviewed, because it does affect the operation really of the State House. Why it seems also that some of the performance is also more than the other is the items that are captured. So I give an example. When you have issue of the renovation and maintenance of the State House facilities, okay, whatever, they just keep doing the work because it is in the budget. They know they'll get paid, so they keep doing the work. And when we record it, whenever the bills come, we push it into the system. Sometimes the money is paid and we just update our records, because it is a system that everybody knows must not fail. Okay, so, and hopefully we have formidable contractors that have been doing the work for a long time, so they are able to do it. But other areas that involve, actual procurement and bringing new people, those are the areas you will see are still lagging behind, also because of the same system that affects everybody. So I,
Sorry, Chairman. But you have releases
yes, sir.
without the work being completed. It's not so in the other ministries. Nobody gets anything. The money is paid to the State House directly.
No.
In some ministries, no.
So let me explain, sir, if I may. So the bottom-up approach, okay, really, I know the challenge is that it's not a new system, but this time around they went even further than how it was, in 2022, 2023. And it took a lot of MDAs, time to understand what needs to be done. Really what needs to be done is for everybody to front load their proposed expenditure into the system to prepare the Ministry of Finance and the Office of Accountant General on the payments they will need to make in future. So when you upload it, they make the provision there. You can see it on your system that the money is there. So that's what we mean by release. Not that it has been kept in an account somewhere. So when you put it, they make it available, and when your bills start coming.
Of our grading leaders. Oh, Thunder, where are you? This is the time you are supposed to strike, so that you eliminate all of them, so that you have peace in our nation. Or join them in one aeroplane, so that it will crash land in the course of their journey. Furthermore, our security agents.
If I am somewhere and I have to come and defend billions, now from where are they sweat? They're going to say, I'll be thief. I don't think I'll be able to sit comfortably unfazed and then be lying that the 20 billion for Gbajabiamole's office is to renovate Asshole Rock, to renovate Jordan Barracks. And you said it when they were asking him, when he was responding to the SUV, operational vehicle. In some face, he said, it's erroneous. It shouldn't have been put there. It's, meanwhile, it is the Ministry of Finance that is releasing all this money to them, okay? So how is Gbajabiamole the one renovating Asshole Rock? Or how come the budget for Tifnumbu's vehicles is in the budget for Gbajabiamole? But you see those ones who sat there, they themselves are culpable, sure you get, and they can see through the entire scheme. And there's little they can do. Duplication, multiplication, and what have you of all these dubious figures in their budgets. It's too much work for some of them to really scrutinize and expose. You see that guy, you go no saying don't say it's on face. It's erroneous. It's erroneous. It's only wow. I'm strong, yo. I don't think I'm that kind of like a strong-willed. So I would just be like, I don't think I want to do this. So but they know they can't be, they won't be punished. In Abuja, in the FCT budget, you remember that it was with a wiki that spent 21 billion in building Shitty Vice President's house. Remember? It was also with a wiki that also spent 4 billion in renovating the Vice President's house. Do you also know that it is also with a wiki in this 2025 budget, where the wiki want to spend almost 15 billion, 10 billion. They say 10 billion for rent. Asshole Rock. That they pay rent for Asshole Rock to the loan. Takula. Did you know that? The Asshole Rock, we don't know the landlord though, but every year they are paying rent on Asshole Rock. The rent for Asshole Rock in 2025 is about 3 billion naira. And you will be say you the rent, your landlord they collect that kind of money, but you are spending over 10 billion naira to renovate the place every year. She want that not Asshole Rock every year. Are they burning the vice president's house every year? Because this year now, they have to spend another, they built a house for Shittiman last year, 21 billion. In 2025 budget, they want to spend 4.5 billion to maintain the house. House where they just build, though. Aguda house, which till now, Shittiman never moved into the new house, so 21 billion house. So he never moved in, oh. Till now, he never moved in, oh. House that Shittiman is here to move in, they want to spend 4.5 billion to maintain it this year. Aguda house, where Shittiman is staying, the same house where Pastor Ruga stayed for 8 years, this year, they want to renovate it with 2.5 billion. So one that not someone laying. There's a National Assembly complex in some rent. For who? To who? 10 billion naira. House of Assembly. National Assembly rent. Jesus to fight. Jesus to pass. In fact, make everything just look end. You got everybody call, make everything parek, everybody big balo. Because it can only get worse. It will only get worse. All this money. What the heck, man? What do you want to use all this money for? All this money. What kind of greed is this? Dodon Barrack, last year, they spent 5 billion renovating Dodon Barracks. This year, they want to spend another 7 billion to renovate Dodon Barrack. So what that knows Dodon Barrack, Kini? Is Dodon Barrack on fire? Did Dodon Barrack burn down this? I don't understand. Tifnubu barely stays there. They have a house for Shittiman in Lagos. He never stayed there. They will renovate the place. Every year. Every year. I don't understand, man. I do, though. I do. It's just I'm kind of like, it's frustrating. I mean, seeing all these guys get away with all of this. Like, they get away with all of this. Donald Trump moved into the White House. Baba, I know you say they spend $100 million to renovate White House for Donald Trump. J.D. Vance moved into the vice presidential quarters. Baba, the guy put up a post saying, man, we know that this is not our house, but myself and my wife and our children, we are grateful to you, Americans. This is actually a very beautiful house. Baba, so they spent $100 million renovating J.D. Vance's house in America. You don't go on, Gonse. What is going on, man? What the heck, man? There's so many, Sha. It's frustrating, honestly. Because all this money can really, really change a lot of things in that contraption. A lot of things. Provide access to healthcare for the people, access to education, access to, women care as well. In this 2025, women are dying during childbirth. In 2025, people are dying from giving birth. Preventive diseases are killing people in that place. And these guys are just like, This is frustrating, man. It's not funny. It's not funny. It's crazy. They'll tell you it is how it is done. This is how we do it. If now your own turn. Why are people like this? If now you unko, what do you mean if now me unko? I don't want to be your president. Just saying that those who have the chance shouldn't actually be living like this without consequences. There should be consequences. There should be. Fortunately, there will never be any. And as for Kolu, who is living like a royalty, is in Tanzania right now. And then the guys who are following him all about, they were happy that they are beating drum and dancing to welcome him in Tanzania. And the rest of you in darkness.